All right, welcome everyone. My name is Bill Dean, and today we're doing our first onboarding installment with Heart of America Athletic Conference student athletes and their coaches and any stakeholders that are on the call. So, one of the things that's important in a couple seconds here, I'm going to share my screen, and pop up the QR code. All the student athletes have to do is hold their phone right up to the QR code. It'll pop up. And then each school has two codes, one for men's athletics, one for women's athletics. Now, some schools have elected on their own to have more codes for individual sports, and that will be unique to each college or university as they've made that decision. But as it stands now, each school has already received their two codes. So if you're a male student athlete in the audience, pop in once you QR scan it, just pop in the code that you're given or you're seeing in front of you, probably on a whiteboard or wherever you're at on your campus. Enter your male student athlete code, and if you're a female student athlete, enter your female student athlete code. And then once you get in it, as soon as I pop this QR code up, I'm going to talk a little bit about it, what we've learned over the years as we onboard. I'm not offended as you're completing your assessment and you're listening. The other key things that we've learned is shorter is better during this onboarding time. So we want you to scan it. We want you to start that assessment and finish it. If nothing else, when you leave today, or your coach says it's okay to leave the classroom or wherever you're at, that assessment is completed. So if there's any questions right now, I'm loading this up. Feel free to ask. Otherwise, I am going to share my screen. And make sure, if you just give me a thumbs up if you can see our Wellness U QR code. So that's great. So if anyone in the audience right now, you can just pop your phone up there. And then again, like I talked about, enter your male student athlete code for your university that you were given, or your female student athlete code. Now, as soon as you get into the app, you're going to notice that it is white labeled to your school. So it's got your school colors or a variety of your school colors and your mascot. And then we'll give you some initial prompts. And the initial prompts at the beginning, you just acknowledge. It's kind of it's a security acknowledgement, confidentiality acknowledgement. One of the two key things I want every student athlete to know and understand today: there is no connection to you as an individual. So we're not asking you to enter in any IP addresses, your phone number, what school you're at, email addresses, anything like that. The only connection to you and Wellness U is the code that you entered, and that is a universal code for all the student athletes in male sports and female sports. One of the things we know when we're talking around mental health, mental wellness, and performance is confidentiality and privacy in those areas. And we want to reassure every student athlete that we're talking to and supportive of your universities that this is 100% anonymous, and all of the activities that you'll be prompted to do as you complete your assessment, this is your tool, your resource, nobody else's. So but as you go through your prompts, you'll start to see the assessment. So what we would ask is that you go through all 5 parts of the assessment. It should take around 6 to 9 minutes to get through it. Like anything, if you're like me, sometimes I like to hurry up and get through stuff, and that's fine. But just, certain areas, give this a little bit of attention. Like your coaches say, focus on the important things at times. And this is important because once that assessment's done, then it's building your own app program, and you will start to see daily nudges in the resources section. You will start to see in the videos and tools areas, you'll start to see daily nudges that connect to how you answered the question based on who you are as an individual. And those nudges, don't worry, it's not like homework where you got to get it completed or you're in trouble or there's a consequence. It'll just keep popping up every so often if you don't get into your app. So, for example, this morning I was looking at my app and I had 4 prompts, 4 nudges, and I haven't been in my app for about a week and a half. So I got in and just, I went through a couple articles, some things that were connected to me, some of the deep breathing activities that I use quite a bit. So that's the cool thing about the app also. When we're done here, play around with it. Get into the different icons, understand what they are. The only icon that I'm going to spend time on today is, if you notice in the corners or up in your menu. Oops, and I have to complete it. My Wellness U app just asked me for a reminder, so that was good timing. So, but there is a button that is two icons that are specific to your university. So one is campus resources. The other one is crisis, and it's a red icon. And in that crisis one, it is an instant connection. If you, any of your teammates, any of your friends, anybody in your life, if you feel that they need help that's beyond what an app is providing, professional help to that degree, you can use that to be a good support person, a good teammate. You can use that for yourself too, to reach out in the privacy of your dorm room, your car. You go home on breaks or weekends, wherever you're at. That's yours, and it's a quick feed to those national hotlines. In your campus resources, each university or school has uploaded their campus resources. So depending on what school you're at, you know that you can find where the supports are for your school and different, on the website in different areas. But if you have your phone and you want to reach out and schedule something with your counseling center or learn more about certain things that your campus offers, when you pop up your campus resource icon, that contact information will be there based on what your schools have provided, and that will always be evolving. So if something changes or your school adds a new program, we'll work with your leaders and make sure that is updated. But those are two important features that we just want to make sure are there for you, and that are specific to your university, to your school, and what they offer. So by this time, hopefully you've all entered your code. You're probably started the assessment. Some of you may be getting close to getting done with your assessment. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to pause. If there are any questions, I will answer them. We'll be on here for another minute or two based on the question and answers. But then when I stop the meeting and leave, welcome to the team. Congratulations that you've uploaded your Wellness U programming. And it really is a cool, unique opportunity and tool that you're being exposed to. And being a former small school student athlete myself, I went to St. Ambrose University. One of the things I think is pretty cool is the Heart of America is the first conference in the NAIA, and we think the nation, to offer this type of resource consistently across the board to every school. So that's a huge round of applause to your leaders, and the conference as a whole. And we hope that this, benefits you, and use it as you will. So I'll stop right there. If there's any questions, I'm checking the chat room too. See it. Sometimes people pop questions in there, but it doesn't look so to this point. So if there's any questions, feel free to unmute yourself and ask. Otherwise, we will wrap up the meeting. All right. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll be sharing this recording with your leaders so they can give it to other coaches and do some onboarding throughout the next few weeks as well, in addition to the times that we have. Have a great day, and good luck. Have a great season, everybody.
Thank you.